Alrighty, welcome to another Jabba's Dungeon podcast where you find all your pop culture from the darkest dungeon. Um, that was not our motto, but I'm winging it. This is episode 42. Did we confirm that already? Um, 42, I think. Um, that's gonna make me tweak out the whole fucking time. It's just blinking and blinking and blinking. This episode has been hectic already. We haven't even started it, and everybody's having technical issues. My monitor's slowly dying. Brandon has to use a different mic, and Tyler's losing it to depression right now. It seems like slipping away. Chad's gooning. Hey, you're here. 42 episodes down, and today we are talking about Silent Night, Deadly Night. Is that the right title? Everybody here has watched it. I had gotten halfway through. I'm gonna be honest because I tried to watch it on my lunch break. Liked it for what it was. I'll probably mainly let Tyler dive into it because I feel like he's been running through all of them, and we might touch up on the new Toxic Avenger 2. I watched that, and it is atrocious. Atrocious. Yeah, it. I wasn't really expecting anything from it. I was expecting like a new type of story that like kind of hones in on the original character. I know that the old one was very cringy and very not tasteful. It would not settle nowadays at all. It's very hard to recreate that exact thing, but I feel like they could have done something cool with it, and it fell flat again. Like I told the group in our group chat, this goes into a category of movies that they all feel the same. They try to reimagine this stuff, and it just falls flat, and it just seems so lackluster that it's just kind of like grouped together, just like the Crow that they did, and even the new, not the newest Hellboy, but the one prior with the guy from Stranger Things. Yeah, that one fell flat as well. It's just like these movies all feel the same in some sense of like the practical effects and story wise that they feel rushed, that they're just in their own category, and it's just remakes that don't work. But mm, it's the majority of what you see nowadays. It's either like a nostalgia kick, or it's a what can we remake to make money off of, and it doesn't do great. And if it does great, it's just probably people that haven't watched the originals to kind of grasp that essence that they've had. Um, Now, watching half of this movie, I feel like if they are doing a new one, you really can't mess this up. It's all there. I mean, if you're gonna make this a newer age movie, you're gonna obviously have to change maybe the time period of it, unless you actually really want to go to that. But that's kind of how I feel about it. Like, I hope it's gonna be good. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this movie so far. I mean, I like it for what it is because it's different in the aspect of like horror movies of like being a monster slasher. So it's neat. Mm. Hmm. Dude, when I initially watched this, like I thought the trigger was going to be the killer that killed his parents at the beginning was going to be the Santa that was going to come to the store. That's the twist I thought was going to happen. And then it kind of caught me off guard that because I didn't know this prior to watching this, I didn't know he was the one that like put on the suit. That surprised me. So I thought it was actually like the dude returning, finishing it up, or they just somehow clashed again. But it was a nice little surprise that he wore it.
I don't know
Uh,
about you all. I thought the, sorry to interrupt you, Tyler. I
Sorry.
think that the beginning was rather shocking. Um, One, just be like to a lesser extent, the grandpa talking to the
That was
boy and
wild.
just being like really fucking like weird. Like, and I feel like it just never got brought up again. It was very odd how menacing he was, and he never came back in the plot. And then of course, whenever the fucking like crazed Santa kills both of his parents and almost sexually assaults his mom. I mean, I thought that was probably like one of the more shocking moments in an 80s, like a well known 80s slasher film that you can get is something like that because it's almost too real and to an extent. Because I'm glad they didn't go full on, in that act. It was just kind of like almost, it was just kind of crazy, especially that happening in front of a child.
Yeah, and I love in that sequence too. He just leaves his brother just in the car, and he's like hiding down, and he's just like,
He just
and I'm
bolts
thinking
it and
that
it's done.
baby's just sitting in the passenger seat. And he's like,
Totally thought his brother was dead until like that bit in the orphanage where he's like, "Your brother's crazy," and I'm like, "Oh my god, he survived."
yeah,
What did you all make of the kind of the bit with the introduction of the evil Santa, and then what led to the parents dying? I mean, I just feel like, again, like I said, that's rather pretty intense for a slasher movie around this time.
yeah, like the gas station clerk kill, not too much,
I thought that was
but
pretty funny, to be honest with you.
yeah, but I would say like once you get to the point, especially whenever Billy's watching his mom, kind of getting assaulted. That's pretty intense. I mean, it's not like super, super like Terrifier graphic or anything, but uh, just the imagery also with this movie having Santa Claus. And I would say this isn't the first killer Santa or Christmas horror movie, but you take a holiday like Christmas that's very much positive and jolly, and then you start to put this like demented angle on it. It kind of adds a mystique to it that I really enjoy because obviously when you look at Santa, especially take yourself probably back to the 80s, Santa's always happy. So, the first 20 minutes of this movie, you see a Santa shoot a gas station clerk, kill dad, and starts to assault the mom, and you're like, this isn't, how we depict Santa. It's kind of like offensive. So I think that, and then along with the messages that I guess this movie just kind of has overall kind of make me unsettled, but not like disturbed. It's just like a nice flavor.
It
So
definitely does feel different from other slashers around this time. I think this came out in 1984. So around this time, you're already getting kind of some slasher fatigue, even though it was early enough in the 80s. I mean, you're getting like Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter. They're already trying to kill off that series. And then you get Nightmare on Elm Street, which is kind of more so bending slasher norms. And this, it is almost kind of like reminiscent. I see Tyler wearing the sweatshirt. It's almost reminiscent to Black Christmas, just in the way of the kind of more intense implications, although it is like juxtaposed with the silly slasher motifs that you would come to expect around that time. So, I mean, you're getting cheesy enough acting as well as the kills that are kind of over the top. I do feel like most of the acting that you get in the orphanage is pretty solid, especially Mother Superior. Like, what a cunt. What a grade A cunt.
For
And the
real.
boys, I mean, you just feel bad for the children.
Yeah, like her way obviously this movie has a big thing with like punishment
Hmm.
and how to cope with your feelings. And instead of Mother Superior offering support, I feel like emotionally to these children, she's just always punishing them for however they feel. And so it's like a good way to look that like she's kind of an underrated horror villain, I'd want to say.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, she's not, like Pamela Voorhees level incredible, but in the terms of what she's doing to these kids and creates Billy, I'm gonna put loosely creates him. I mean, it's pretty messed up.
I feel like for me, watching it, it kind of drew comparisons to Nurse Ratched, which is a character in the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, just because it's not necessarily an over the top kind of form of abuse. It is, like you said, she's just pounding down on any bit of emotion or, feelings, reactions that the children have. I feel like it is just really sad, especially the older you get and like seeing the children just having like it's like a trigger, it's just like a trauma response for what he had going on like at a very young age. And she's just like, all the children will be writing a note and sit on Santa Claus's lap. And it's like, why? Like, you can't excuse this one boy to not have to do that. Have you seen his record?
Yeah, this brother's like chill
Yeah.
my
until the
brother's
next
crazy.
one.
I don't I don't know what that's about. What's his deal?
Yeah.
I like Santa Claus.
I, I would say like with Tone though, I mean I can see it as a positive and negative for the movie is that how much it jumps between being very like serious, like with the Mother Superior stuff, but then the next thing you know, we get the scene like the montage of Billy starting at the store and he's like hunk man.
And
And
it's
it's
playing
like
like
from
some
helping
fucking Toy
customer.
Story music.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's like helping customers take toys off the shelf. And so it'll go so serious to so corny that
It,
it
it reminded
it's a
me of that
charm, I guess.
it reminded me of the scene in Elf where like he stays overnight to like get the toy shop ready for Santa. Like he's just running around getting like everything done in that toy store like for the Christmas holiday. So
Yeah. I don't know. I do feel like when it kind of delves into that bit of the movie, it kind of loses steam. But I do like how we see that Billy is still having like dreams of the Santa that he ran across as a kid and whatnot, and like how his mother was killed, and him kind of like having like similar visions of that for himself. Um, I did
I thought
think
it
it
was
was
kind of
interesting. Go ahead.
good. I was just because I thought it was kind of crazy that like when he's peeping through like the little like the
Keyhole.
lock on the door, yeah, the keyhole, and
Mhm.
like he sees those two people getting it on. It's like one of the first things that triggers his mind is once he sees the lady's boobs, is his mom dying because
Oof.
it's where she was
Yeah.
just out. And I'm like, that's a like hard sight to like think of.
Bro, yeah, I completely forgot about that. Probably blocked it out because I was like, God damn, this is depressing. Like the
Yeah.
first like 30 minutes, like until he like grew up into a big hunk man, I was like, this is depressing as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and not only does Mother Superior punish him for seeing it, like them getting it on, she punishes those. So Billy, he obviously interprets, and then also what Santa did to his mom, sex is bad.
yeah.
Fast forward to the scene whenever they're having the Christmas party,
Agreed.
and yep, and Billy sees, the two, and she's about to get assaulted.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he kills the dude, and you're thinking like, oh, to the rescue. But to Billy, he's probably thinking, sex is bad. They need punished. And she's about to get like, assaulted, and he
Mhm.
kills her. Like,
Mhm.
so it's just
But
like it.
she also said to him, like, hey, you're a freak. So he's immediately brought
Yeah.
down again. Not saying it's justified, but it's another like bit where he's like thrown into being, abnormal, even though it's just his natural response.
Dude is normal 364 days a year. But man,
Yeah.
Christmas is that's a turning
And
point.
keep in mind, all of this intense, heavy, plot is also back-ended by a woman topless being mounted on deer antlers.
Also, just random people skiing and getting beheaded.
Oh yeah, that was cool. So in the bits that you all watched, I think this kind of started towards the end of when they were at the store, and he was like stalking them in the back of the supply room when they were like about to get it on. It started cutting back to like this kind of there would be cuts where it was like a lower resolution. It almost looked like a VHS rip of what I think is like the unrated version
Mhm.
that never got like properly restored.
So when I was watching it, I think on Tubi, I didn't know that I was watching the unrated version. And whenever the manager was talking to Billy and getting drunk, it cut to a VHS looking thing, and I'm guessing it's what you said. Like it just wasn't altered at all, and it was just very low quality. I liked it though because it felt like he was kind of just like altering like his reality a little bit and kind of getting twisted, more twisted, more twisted. That's how I took it. But I mean, that's just from a point of view, like looking at it as like an artistic kind of way. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say I did notice that, and I was just like, because I watched it on the Spanish speaking website that I use, and I was like, is this just like the quality that they have on this website, or am I like actually seeing it change like 3 different
am
times?
I fucking tripping right now,
So
dog? Like,
I was like, I'm just gonna go with it because like it can't be that difference. So
it's
it
cool
looked
though.
like it was like a recording of like someone's TV, but really close up and in really good quality. And I was just like, that's
It
strange.
it looked really good, I thought. Like I thought it
Mhm.
was cool how it kind of switched to that. And plus, I mean, when it's already kind of restored and whatnot, you still got like the grain on the screen and stuff. So like it is really cool. I mean, it's just for the bits that's good in the beginning, I feel like the end is just the end and middle is kind of silly.
Mhm.
To me, I feel like it's the middle part with the bulk of the kills. To me, that is what can be cut out. And if you just keep him morphing into Killer Santa and then the end of the movie, that would be a perfect character study.
I loved how the random Santa got gunned down in the back by a cop, and whenever they were like explaining why he wouldn't have just stopped, they were like, he was deaf. And I was like, that is so ridiculous. I love
Mind
it.
you, the cop shoots at Santa with kids standing in front of Santa.
Crossfire, dude. Those children, probably like max age of 8, saw 2 men just as Santa get gunned down in like the matter of like an hour. It was
Where's their
amazing.
sequels? Where are their sequels at?
Exactly.
Oh, the sequels. Oh, the sequels.
I thought I'm going to ask you about something with the sequel here in a moment, but I did think it was unfortunately anticlimactic kind of at the end, how he just walked in and just got. I was really hoping he would just absolutely gouge that axe through Mother Superior's chest in front of all those kids.
Mhm.
That's how it should have ended.
What did you all make of it? Even though Avery hadn't made it to that part yet.
I do think it was very anticlimactic. I was expecting more of like he chops up, the nuns, burns the orphanage down, takes the kids out, and then he gets gunned down or something. Because the kids haven't been naughty. It's just most of the nuns that he feels have been naughty. So, like I said, I felt it was very anticlimactic. There was one part, like right at the end, when he's like swinging the axe down and it's in slow motion. But then all of I can't what was her Mother
Superior.
Superior, she was in normal, like they did not slow her scenes down whatsoever. So she's just looking around and the
It's
axe
like,
is just
damn, this bitch
slowly
is
coming
slow.
down. And I'm like, they could have just slowed her down a little bit or just had her like staring or something, but it wasn't too bad. I couldn't believe the cop. I didn't think he was gonna. I thought he was gonna die in the basement at the end instead of coming up the stairs and then getting knocked back down, with an axe in his stomach. But that was the only thing that I was really kind of shocked about.
What do you think about it, Tyler? What makes that ending a 4 stars for you?
The movie is just, I love it. No, the ending, it is very anticlimactic. I think it also has to deal with the fact that you watch the movie and you think Mother Superior is gonna die. So then also when you don't get that, because she's such an unlikable character, her not dying, plus like when Billy's dying, he's like laying there like next to her in the wheelchair, and he's just like, uh, I don't know, I just like it.
Something
I,
that crossed my
I
mind
like
as
trash.
well, not to cut you off, but I feel like is like just a theory. Was this movie just so heavy and fucked up that they're like, he cannot kill this nun in front of this group of children? This guy needs to die. Definitively.
Sequel bait though. It's what it ends with his brother saying,
Naughty.
"Naughty."
That was like, I was like, ah, boo, boo. So I gave it 2 stars. I'm not sure what you gave it, Chad.
I haven't put it on Letterboxd yet, but I'm probably going to give it a 3. It was good, but it kind of just was in the middle of like I like some things, I didn't care for some parts.
Get him a
Middle
rank,
of the
5
road.
stars, everybody. Hello. Shoo.
Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's got the interesting character study at the beginning. It's got memorable kills in the middle, and then the second ending part there kind of disappoints. But I feel
What
like
do you think is the best kill?
best kill would have to be the rack. The movie
Double
also
rack.
does a good job with just the actual Christmas cozy setting too. So that's always going to benefit a movie if they can actually use the holiday into the setting.
I thought it was really cool to just look around the toy store and see what toys I could see on the shelf. Like I seen there was a Jabba's
Yes.
a Hut thing on there, and there was like other stuff like GI Joe and just Hot Wheel.
I
That was
saw
just kind of
Snoopy.
cool. I didn't see Snoopy.
Man.
I was cool with like the different stuff that like we would have seen a little bit later, kind of that kind of relative stuff. But
What was your all's favorite kill?
I thought about it after I'd asked you. I think my favorite was the sledding beheading.
I'm gonna go with the rat kill, or I'm gonna go when Santa got gunned down walking towards those kids.
That was awesome. And then the reveal that he was deaf. Fuck.
60-year-old man that's deaf, and I'm just like, okay.
Father, he was deaf.
Valid.
Gosh, you need to finish it, Avery. It's such a fucking wild shit show.
Yeah, I'll finish it. I think I'll probably enjoy the rest of it. I just I didn't have all the time. I saw that it was an hour and 25 minutes, and I was just like more than halfway through, so I'll finish it. Maybe watch the
I'll
rest
say
of
I'm
it
it.
picks
glad it.
up a good bit now, so because you're
I'm
done with like the beginning slower parts.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad it didn't drag any longer than it did.
When it was dragging at the beginning, I was just like, "Oh, it's not gonna go good for me." Like, oh
I
fuck.
do think that the beginning was pretty good. I thought the vibes were there.
Yeah, like it explained a lot, so like it's needed for sure. Like,
But it was just a slower burn than you would
yeah,
anticipate, especially for a slasher movie. I mean,
Yeah,
what it turns into is rather kind of crazy.
because
mm,
this is like the only slasher movie, especially for this time period, that really tried to explain why the killer is the way they are
yeah,
too. Like, ignoring sequels, of course, in these franchises. The OG Halloween, you get 3 minutes of Michael backstory.
I don't even think Black Christmas tried to do that, really, did it?
No, because the killer in that, you really don't get any hints at like their backstory.
Yeah, didn't happen with Texas
Jason,
Chainsaw.
yeah, Jason, I ain't drowned in a lake.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, and this
you don't
movie's
get
like,
any exposition about his upbringing.
yeah, this movie, it's like, the first 45 minutes is just gonna be his backstory.
yeah,
So, I mean, it went for something new.
mm,
So,
yeah, yeah. I liked it so
Okay,
far.
the question I was going to ask you, Tyler, is so I've learned that Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, a very renowned film, it is taking kind of, it's based around Billy's brother. What is the context of Garbage Day?
so I'll be honest, with part two, I originally watched it years and years ago. I erased it from my mind. Rewatching it, I had it on in the background as I was like cleaning the house. So basically, his brother at this point in part two is in a mental ward because, of course, the trauma of seeing his brother die along with the childhood has messed him up. So he's basically like, that most half of part two is just recycled footage from part one.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. That's
So
crazy. I hate when they do that.
yeah, it was just a cheap, way for them to crank out a sequel kind of thing. So a lot of it is like him talking to a detective, and he'll talk for like 5 minutes, and then we'll get like 10 minutes of screen time from like the previous movie. But Garbage Day, it's a sequence where he's escaped and he's like roaming around, and he literally a dude's just taking out his trash, and he's just like, Garbage Day. It just shoots.
I kind of want to watch it just for that. I
It's
fear.
and like granted, I have not sat down and watched part two and locked in, but I don't think you need to lock in on that movie. It's just now the mini review of the franchise. Part three is unique, and it is a continuation of part two. So I'll give it credit. It tried new things with sticking to the same characters. I don't mind it. Part 4 is basically Halloween 3 mixed with like Rosemary's Baby. And Witch Coven isn't what I think of when I think of Christmas, but that's what fourth one is. And the fifth one is about evil toys that come to life.
So it progressively just gets into paranormal.
Yes. And then the 2012 remake ditches the entire religious angle and it just has a killer Santa Claus running around killing people.
So there's really no Billy or anything like that.
The character's name I'm pretty sure is still Billy, but from what I remember, but it's just him, no backstory, just killing. The main character they focus on is a cop, and she has like trauma, so they kind of ditched the Billy backstory. They more so just used the Silent Night thing as just a way to keep it relevant to the franchise, similar to like how the 3, 4, and 5 just kind of used the umbrella of the franchise to get made. But honestly, I think if part 4 would have just been released as its own movie, it might have actually done well, or at least be more respectable.
I still feel like the definitive Christmas horror movie is Black Christmas.
I remember I used to actually hate Black Christmas.
I think I recall.
I thought it was literally the worst movie I think I'd ever seen in my life.
I just feel like nothing beats the kick you get whenever she's on the phone with the cops and they said the caller's inside the house or something like that. And it's just that reveal was so good.
Have you watched the 2019 Black Christmas?
No, I heard it's awful though.
I can confirm.
Like deals with like sorority guys.
Um, so basically, your main character was assaulted by a frat dude at the college. And there's also a professor there who is like, the headmaster thing for the frat. And they're also trying to do this thing where they're mandating male literature at the college, very unrealistic thing. So all the girls, of course, are like, man, it's stupid. They're not teaching female literature and, they're not taking us serious. And
So
it's
it's a
basic.
very by the books kind of modern.
Yes. With it turns out the frat is a paranormal cult of the founder of the college. His spirit takes over them because, he hated women. So they kill women. That's the plot.
Sounds like my kind of sorority.
No creepy guy up in the attic killing you. At least the 2006 one.
I was about to ask you about that one.
It's not bad.
Black Xmas.
Yeah, it's compared to the 2019 one, it's a masterpiece. But yeah, the 2006 one's not horrible.
I think it's kind of interesting that time period of slasher remakes in like the mid 2000s. I mean, I'm just sick of the kind of discourse around Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all that. I mean, the 2003 one. That's those have been talked to death. But like The Hills Have Eyes, House of Wax, Black Xmas, and there's more, I'm sure, but those are the three ones that are coming to my head for whatever reason. I remember I think it's the 2006 Hills Have Eyes. That one's like pretty fucked up. Like it's a wild one.
I've been
I remember
not to cut you off. I've been thinking about going back and watching those because I haven't watched those forever, probably since middle school.
Tyler loves the first one, the OG.
wonderful movie. The 2006 Black Christmas. I mean, it sticks to Killer in the Attic, but they dive more into him, and he has a sister.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well,
like it's basically the original movie, but with like that early 2000s edgy flair.
and they're actually like they're doing that thing where it's added unneeded exposition to a killer, kind of like Rob Zombie Halloween
Yeah,
to an extent. I would imagine. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but
yeah. Michelle Trachtenberg's in it, so I mean, I'll give it credit. I like her.
I just remember the Hills Have Eyes, 2006 remake. Just very brutal. Definitely trigger warning assaults in it, and there's like a nuke town that has fucked up looking like wheelchair people, ill, and like fucked up deformed babies, double ill. Like it was I don't know. I mean, there's a lot to to take in with that film.
Aren't they like mutated too or something?
Yeah, which makes it even worse than being in a wheelchair or a deformed baby.
I need to rewatch those. I'd like to watch Hills Have Eyes again, and I'd like to watch the not all the wrong turns, but just like the first couple to see like how they hold up because I haven't in a long time. So
Tyler's face is my reaction, bro. I just don't think I have it in me. There are like so many of those motherfuckers.
I
I
think just like the first one, I'd probably like dive into.
the
Yeah.
the first one. I mean, I'll stand by it. The only two that are worth anything, the original, just because it's the original, and then the remake from a couple years ago.
I haven't watched. I've probably watched like the first one maybe once, and I didn't even know there was a remake.
The remake ditches the cannibal inbred angle and instead goes for backwoods cult.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah,
got
I feel like we're more known for our inbreds though.
but the backwoods cult, the remake takes place in Virginia.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Why?
yeah.
the fuck?
I
Fuck
guess because
us.
they don't have inbreds.
that's that's our excuse. That's fuck.
Yeah,
Mm.
unnecessary change, but I think getting away from the inbred cannibals was a good thing for the movies because those are it really by the time you get to the fourth one, it's basically just softcore porn.
With some killing.
Hmm.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
They went freaking triple platinum on sci-fi. Do like the sci-fi marathons of just all the wrong turns.
I'd love to see the TV cuts.
Yeah, I bet
'Cause-
those are cinema. You know what's like a franchise that just didn't deserve any money, I'm gonna be honest, is the Sharknado movies. Like why were those ever why did we ever allow those as a society to become a thing?
Didn't they like spawn other types of like animal type NATOs or whatever the fuck?
the,
Probably.
those sci-fi horror movies from like the mid 2000s to like 2015, those were
Yep.
the jam. Like three-headed shark attack. Oh yeah. Sand Sharks featuring Brooke Hogan. I watched that multiple times.
Found the only fan in existence. Tyler.
No, like legit, like 8-year-old, 9-year-old me, I'd see him advertised because like SmackDown, was on Sci-Fi, so I was like, oh, what are these movies? I'll record them, and then go back and be like, man, this was pretty fun.
Okay.
I grew up watching Jaws and Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue
What do you
Sea.
expect?
Man. Do you think we'll ever get a Jaws remake?
Probably.
I feel like that one is one that's just like, I don't know, just never gonna be touched.
I don't think you can make a modern Jaws in like the terms of like replicating the scare factor.
Yeah.
Okay, but hear me out. They just do Jaws shot for shot, but they have phones and they can
Oh.
live stream the
Oh.
deaths.
That's a
Like,
yacht.
no, this 30-foot shark is eating me.
They have like futuristic
Please,
tech.
please send roses.
I mean,
AI shark.
It would be a TikTok ad, god damn it, it would.
AI,
Yeah, AI
deep
shark.
fake.
What is it gonna be?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, this is definitely fake. In the chat.
I mean, I would like to see a good modern shark movie
You got
that
it,
is
buddy.
iconic.
Megalodon. The Meg.
Listen, I recently watched this movie on Shudder. Not a full-on shark movie, but it's got elements. Dangerous Animal, I think it's called, or Dangerous Animals.
Oh, that new movie.
With Jai Courtney, yeah, very good.
Hmm.
It's kind of, if you guys seen, it reminded me of 10 Cloverfield Lane, which if you haven't seen that, it's essentially just your kind of run-of-the-mill abduction thriller, but it all takes place on this fishing vessel, and he's feeding his victims to sharks. And it's actually pretty good. The main actress is good, and Jai Courtney is good in it. So I would recommend it. It's on Shudder.
Dude, I have like a fear of deep water, so like anything like that type of shit really bothers me. Like Jaws doesn't really bother me. The aspect of something that fucking big in the water does though, but like Jaws never really scared me that much, if that makes
You
sense.
watched not Deep Blue Sea, sorry. What is it, 37 meters down?
I think I have years ago, but I don't remember anything about it.
I've watched the first one, and there is the sequence. Well, anytime that it would, focus on going deeper and losing oxygen, that kind of stuff did give me a little bit of like paranoia, especially
Mhm.
there's some like fake out, like, in the head kind of moments that get you.
Dude, let me tell you, like not only like the aspect of like how deep the sea is, that fucking freaks me out and wigs me out. I don't know if you've seen videos of how easily like alligators and crocodiles, they just go like a little bit below the surface of water and they just completely fucking disappear out of eyesight. That shit scares the fuck out of me. Like if I was like in Florida or anywhere that has like those type of animals in water and stuff like that, I would be second guessing every fucking move because that is wild and terrifying.
There's actually a guy on TikTok that I watch that he walks around like in like Florida and like all these like Everglades places, barefooted, just trying to pick up snakes, alligators, anything like that. And I'm like, you're
Yoink.
mental.
I've
Mm,
seen this.
mm. Dude, they're too fast, man. They're fast as fuck.
In Dangerous Animals, there's a good bit, Tyler talking about the kind of part that brings in the paranoia. Where he's got his victims in like a body harness and he's lowering them down into the water. And the main girl, she makes the effort to tell, someone else who's in the water, don't move, because them moving their legs and flailing around is exactly what sends their receptors to want to kill whatever's in the water. So they're just getting, stalked by this shark and they can't move. I mean, they can't make any drastic moves. So it's pretty wild. I mean, and the sharks actually look pretty good as well for it being kind of like a lower budget movie. It actually was pretty well done.
I'm gonna have to check that one out because I did see the trailers on TikTok and whatnot, and I liked them whenever I saw them. It was like an interesting take for a new movie.
But to get back to your point, I Because I saw this thing the other day where someone had asked Steven Spielberg if he thinks that Jaws should ever be remade, and he said no, obviously. But yeah, like Tyler said, I mean, I don't think you can do Jaws in a modern age. I mean, it really just can't be touched, and they just kind of nailed it on
Yeah.
all fronts. I mean, if it was now, they couldn't fucking hold their load to show the shark because that was a necessity they had to do. They couldn't show the shark just because it kept breaking down. So the shark didn't show up till like halfway through the movie. I
Mhm.
mean, they would never go for that.
I agree.
Like, and I hate to say it, but the first thing I would think of is somehow they'd make it a legacy sequel. I don't know how.
Yeah, bro. Nah, they would have Brody's kid. And he meets up with fucking like Hooper or something because Hooper's like the only one that's still alive.
But
And
one
then
of
they
Brody's kids are dead. They die in part 4.
Okay, brother, they're not counting. This is going to be the Halloween
Oh, okay.
2018 of Jaws. Yeah, they're going to be just counting Jaws. Okay. None of that other shit had happened. A shark didn't swim to the fucking Bahamas. Okay.
They didn't
So
attack SeaWorld.
they didn't attack SeaWorld. They didn't fight Michael Caine. It's going to be Brody's kid fucking meets up with Hooper. Hooper's going to be like geriatric and 90 years old. And then they're going to meet up with a fucking offspring of Quint. And then they're going to go on an adventure. And it's going to take place in the 80s because Stranger Things.
Demogorgon.
The upside down ocean.
Upside
I think
down.
you might just pitched Hollywood an idea.
Hey, written by Jabba's Dungeon in the credits.
But what makes the shark special in this?
Oh, it's got a big fucking scar. Half of its arm is gone, half of its fin because it's the shark from the original. No, it's the
the
shark's
original.
son. One of the eggs from the OG shark that got blown up shot out, it like spat out of him like a fucking torpedo, and that's the shark. It came back for vengeance for its mommy.
God.
Universal, you have our contact info. But you're right, a legacy sequel, and that's the thing. I mean, with like, well, I mean, Toxic Avenger not really applicable, but like legacy sequels slash reimaginings are just all you get, and it's just not good. It's just not.
Yeah, it's just new characters or the kids of the old characters, and then the original characters end up dying to what originally was trying to kill them, and you're like, what the fuck? Just, wah.
One of the worst cases of that are like the Terminator movies, the
Yeah,
like newer ones they would come
yes.
out with, because I saw when they came out with like Terminator Genesis or whatever, Arnold was coming back, I think, in that one, and John Connor was supposed to be in it. So I was like, oh
Yep.
shit, this one will be good, maybe. And John Connor died in like 3 minutes or something, and then just Arnold was whatever.
Arnold was like a tamed robot or some shit like that. He was like, I'm a grandpa now. It's like, what the fuck are we
Yeah,
doing? What are we
he
doing?
made like blinds. He was a fucking like he worked at like a department store.
Like, lost the plot completely. I was just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I watched some of the Terminator anime that's on Netflix. It's pretty good.
Ooh, I forgot about that. I do
It's
need
pretty
to
good.
watch that.
I was thinking about doing a run of the original Terminators up till like I want to do like a full run of them because I am a sucker for Terminator. Like I grew up and I really loved Terminator Salvation. I loved the game that came with it. Everything. It hit a spot for me as a kid. I know it gets a lot of hate with like Christian Bale, but I really liked it. Um, yeah, the anime's pretty good.
Yeah, I
But
completely forgot that was a thing.
just like the Godzilla anime, dude, I've been wanting to watch that fully. Keep forgetting
Ooh.
about it. There's like several animes now on Netflix. And I do want to watch Godzilla minus one fully. I still have not watched it.
Oh,
You use anything in
so
anime?
good.
Crazy.
I would like to do a pod on Godzilla minus one because I feel like that would be an interesting topic to go through. Yeah,
We should.
it would be fun. It would be fun.
They announced Godzilla minus zero
Yeah,
sequel.
that's one of the reasons why I'll watch it. There was in Books a Million. It was probably a couple months back. I saw a Godzilla book. It was really nice. It was a hardcover book, and it had like the full history of Godzilla and all the different creatures in it. I really wanted to buy that. I didn't for whatever reason, just to learn the history of everything.
I don't have it on me, but I recently got this steelbook of Shin Godzilla, so I could finally watch it like proper sub, as opposed to the atrocious English dub that I watched it
Same.
originally. So I'm pretty excited for that.
So I've always wondered, and I've never really asked, are you actually like a full-on Godzilla fan? I know you
I love
collect the stuff,
Godzilla.
but I didn't know how deep it goes because I know your profile pics it and whatnot.
Well, so when I was a kid, I remember playing the Godzilla video games, and I was always drawn to Godzilla. And when like the American Godzillas were coming out, like the 2014 one, I was hyped for that. I saw that in theaters, and it wasn't till the last couple years that I got like really deep in the older ones and kind of just watching more of those. So just getting in on the lore and stuff, but I've always been drawn to the big, scaly lizard man.
I just find it cool because, like, growing up, I'm the opposite. I was all about King Kong, like the original movies, the newer movies, the games, and the books. So I like how that mirrors. It was very unique finding out like you like Godzilla, and I was just like grew up on King Kong. So
Y'all should fight.
with our
We should.
dongs, my King Kong dong.
Yeah, I'll get the like little cheap Godzilla mask that moves whenever you speak, and some little scaly lizard gloves, and you get the same for King Kong and some
Just
gorilla
gonna
hands.
grow my hair out.
We're
Do a
naked.
wrestling match.
hmm I wear
Yeah,
a big tail. I remember seeing Godzilla minus one in theaters was just like a damn near transcendent experience.
I really need to sit down and watch it. I really do.
Have you seen Shin Godzilla?
I haven't.
I think you would like it.
I've only Godzilla wise, I've only watched from like what you said 2014 with like Bryan Cranston in it and stuff. From
hmm
there on, I did watch the one that was like the Americanized version with and it was like 2000s where it was kind of like a weird looking Godzilla, looked more like a dinosaur
Yeah, the
T-Rex type
Matthew
thing.
Broderick one. hmm
I liked that one because I didn't know what really Godzilla was at the time. I was just watching that. I was like, "Oh, this is cool." But that's pretty much it.
Chad, have you seen Shin Godzilla?
No.
Do you like Evangelia?
It's okay.
The guy who created Evangelia directed Shin Godzilla, and Shin Godzilla's got like crazy like anime vibes to it.
Oh, okay.
I think you would like it personally.
That'll be something I pick up and watch.
And it's crazy because in that movie there's multiple, I don't want to give it away, but there's multiple kind of stages of Godzilla that you get in it, so it's pretty unique.
He's like, "It's like Pokemon, Chad. Get fucking with it and watch it, buddy."
Whoa. Sounds like he's just powering up. So like, I'm thinking like Dragon Ball. He's going past
uh,
9,000. Like,
dragging these
I'm
balls.
Luffy.
Yeah,
got a new phone case that's from Naruto.
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So
I was
What you
thinking,
know, Tyler?
Huh?
What you know?
what you know, boy? What you know, boy?
Sky blue, grass green.
Valid. Okay. We've hit 60 subscribers, by the way. You guys haven't noticed that 60 subscribers just out of nowhere it started climbing.
I sent you that. I sent everybody that's the statistic. I don't know why I'm having trouble speaking of the last week that we've had, and the likes have been good. So
Doing
thank
pretty
you if you
good.
made it this far for the likes, and also again apologies for my mic quality.
it's honestly not been bad.
Yeah, it hasn't really been bad, honestly. Hasn't been bad.
You're bad. You're bad
If
little
you've
boy.
watched
You're
till this
naughty.
point, comment naughty or comment boogers.
Oh my god, dude. So good, Tyler. I was also thinking of that. I was gonna say something stupid like cum or something, but naughty and
Garbage
boogers is good.
You can also use, naughty cum booger.
Put it all together.
Oh.
Oh god. Since we've done 55 minutes, we could wrap it up. I'll touch up on Toxic Avenger, I think, the next time around. Maybe you guys could, if you want to, I'm not telling you to, maybe you can watch Toxic Avenger and see how it holds up.
Is it streaming on anything?
I watched it on a very legal site.
Oh, okay.
So
You'll have to let me know what this legal site is.
I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. I don't think it is yet. I mean, the DVD's out, so I would say that it's streaming maybe somewhere or rentable somewhere, but I wouldn't waste your money on it. Yeah. So this is 42. Subscribe, share, like. We try to get these out every 2 weeks. So if you're into podcasting, listen to it while you're working out, while you're driving, while you're masturbating. I don't know, whatever you really want to do, whatever you're into.
While you're gooning, edge to us.
Edging. This is a good edge podcast.
What's like really good about our podcast is if you're edging, there's 4 screens. So if you get bored looking at, say, Chad, you can look at Tyler. And if you get bored at looking at Tyler, you could look at me. Or if you're not, if I'm not tickling your fancy, you can look at Avery.
Yeah.
Well, you can just look at all of us.
You could just
God.
make like direct eye contact, just be overstimulated. Get 4 monitors, okay? Zoom into all of our faces, and you just got like the ultimate goon.
The goon wave. The fucking goon.
Yeah, have the headphones on, noise canceling, and just transcend.
This is the moment they turn it off in their car. They're like, all right, that's fucking enough.
Like,
That's enough.
okay.
I'm subscribing at this point. Yeah, we haven't decided what we're doing next, have we? We did like either
We could do Black Christmas.
we talked about it a good bit on this, so I mean, I don't know anything.
I am throwing Terrifier 3 into this month at some point, so we can talk about that at some point.
Did we do a pod on Terrifier 3, or was it just 2?
We did like a mini kind of. We discussed 3.
Yeah.
After we'd all seen it.
We should deep dive it. It's a Christmas one, so.
It's a movie I want to rewatch this Christmas. I'm trying to go hard on Christmas movies in general this month.
I mean, that'd be a
I
good
want
one.
to deep dive in you, Avery. I want to deep dive in your butt, twin.
Whoa! I'm turning this shit off, dude. What the fuck?
Whoa.
He getting feisty, dude. Jesus. What?
Whoa.
Even though it's not a slasher movie, I thought about watching Gremlin sometime this month.
Dude,
Again.
please, I will do a Gremlin podcast episode. That is one of my fucking guilty pleasures, dude. I fucking love Gremlins.
I know there's supposed to be a
Never
third
seen
one.
Gremlins.
You've never seen Gremlins? It's a Christmas movie, so.
Tyler, have you?
No.
Oh my god.
Damn.
It's a Christmas horror, comedy?
Yeah,
What's it
yeah.
called?
It's a really good movie. Really good.
I'll be down.
What is it,
I remember watching
80s?
a couple. Hey, it's like 85, somewhere in there.
Oh, dude, it's so good. I love Gizmo.
So they were inspired by Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Let me look. I'll tell you when it came out.
I think it came out after Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Copycats. They made a Christmas movie.
It came out in 84.
It's
June 8th, 1984. When did Silent Night, Deadly Night come out?
This is genuinely good. Genuinely.
December
85.
I think of 84.
They have a part 2 as well, but that one's not a Christmas one.
The new batch.
The new yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. honestly, like seriously, one of my favorite movies. Fugglers came out with a collab, and I really need to hunt those down.
I remember the Warner Brothers like fighting game that they had out, like what multiversal.
Yeah, yeah,
I loved playing as Gizmo in
yeah,
that game. It was so great.
yeah. God, man, they even had like a new anime show out for Gremlins showing like backstory. I haven't watched it. It's on Prime, and then they just got greenlit to do a new movie for Gremlins.
That's the reason I was going to watch maybe 1 and 2 because it comes out maybe next year.
I'm so excited for that, dude. It's funny because like when I used to do YouTube for like um my Twitch Parker too, I did like a short or it was like a early Let's React on my old channel, and that was the one that blew up. It was like a Mountain Dew collab with Gremlins. It was just got a good amount of views and likes randomly. We should throw that into the mix. That would be really fun to watch. It's like not really horror. It's kind of just like it's supposed to be horror, but it doesn't really feel like a horror.
That's a classic too, and something I haven't seen. And I do love me some Gizmo. I like how he looks. I think he's a
Oh,
cute
dude.
little guy.
What have you seen any of the Bad Batch?
Like the show,
The
or
like
like the
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 next one,
second
the next
Gremlins.
one.
No,
There's a lot
I
more.
just know, I just know he smokes at like a office,
He smoked.
like at an office. He'd be smoking. He smokes like a cigar or something. And there's like a lady gremlin that has like tits
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, 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 brother. Yeah, brother. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. It's a really good one. I think we should definitely throw that in the mix. If we want to do Black Christmas next, that would. I don't know anything about that movie. I think it'd be fun to watch, and then Gremlins down the line.
We shall decide.
Subscribe. 42 Gremlin titties.